Hi, Lori. Thank you so much for your question. You already have two of the most important traits for success. So I definitely want to highlight that when you start to get into the process of channeling these two incredible traits into consistent action, you're going to start seeing results in your business. You're going to create a business that not only helps others like you want to do, but it's going to bring you income. So let's go ahead. We're going to map this out step by step so that you can stop overthinking and start focusing on what matters and what works for you. The first step we want to do here is we want to get clear on helping others. Who is this group of people that you are wanting and willing to help, to be of service to? This is the who. So you say you want to help others, okay? But who exactly are they? This is going to be very important for you to know. And so we want to narrow it down. I'm very big on niching, and I want people to understand that niching is actually very free because it helps you become laser focused really on exactly who you are serving. Now, this doesn't mean that everyone else around won't come to you. It's just that you know who you're talking to, you know who your priority person of service is, and you know who you want to help, right? And you can start to tailor things around it. Like I said, this doesn't mean that only person is going to come to you. You're going to get other people, but that's like your champagne client, your 1% client. Figure out exactly who they are because the more specific that you get, it's going to be easier for you to start to connect with them. A lot of times people find it so hard to connect. And what's really happening is they're talking to too many people. It's easier to connect with one person than it is with a room full of people. So I want you to start thinking like that. Maybe for you, it's helping busy moms who feel overwhelmed with their schedules. It's just too much for them. Maybe you help corporate professionals who want to do a side hustle. Maybe you help small businesses who are stuck trying to grow online. No matter what, I want you to narrow this down so that you know exactly who you're talking to. Now, once you have that, I want you to ask yourself, what is their biggest struggle? What keeps them up at night? And then once you understand that, the next part is going to be, okay, now that I know who I'm talking to, I know their biggest struggle. I've done my research. Can I solve that problem for them? And if I can solve that problem for them, great. For example, maybe your target audience feels like they never have enough time or they're struggling with confidence to take the next step. This is where your offer then comes in. The biggest thing for step one is I want you to get clear on exactly who you're helping. And I want you to start understanding the fundamentals about them. What keeps them up at night? What is their biggest problems? What are they struggling with right now? And combining that with how you can absolutely help. That way it becomes like a no brainer for both of you. It's a win. So the second part of this is going to be how you start to craft an irresistible offer. That might be a product, it might be a service. It solves a big problem for them. I want you to think of it like this. What is one thing that you can create right now? It feels like a no brainer for them to buy. It doesn't have to be complicated. We often overcomplicate things. It doesn't have to solve every single problem that they have, right? I want you to just focus on one right now. This is going to give you so much feedback and so much knowledge, so much research, so much understanding in your target audience and how best you can serve them. Now, for example, you could create a digital course, let's say, that teaches them a specific skill. You could offer them coaching to guide them through their transformation. Maybe what you offer is a done for you service that saves them time. It could even be something like a membership or a subscription, something that gives you and them ongoing value. Now, my pro tip here for you is to focus on solving one problem, one big problem for them, and seeing how you can solve that. This is really what's going to get people to start saying yes to you. Because here's the thing, we'll start building out giant value ladders, and we haven't even got the first step, the first way we solve problems for them down. We may be thinking that this is what they need help with, or this is the best way to give them a solution to their problem, and it's not. It makes no sense to build everything else out behind that when you don't have that first piece. So that's why I really want you to focus on the one thing right now. Now, the third step to this is going to be for you to build a simple and consistent funnel. I want you to think about how you can make it easier for your 1% client, your 1% customer to find you. Remember, we're not thinking about the whole value ladder. We're not thinking about a huge complicated funnel right now. We're just thinking of, in a simple way, we're simplifying it and saying, how can I simply get them to find me, know that I can help them, and give them some solution, give them some help? And how can I do it in a way where I can be consistent and I can show up consistently? Okay. That's going to be very important. Now, I want you to pick one or two platforms. You don't have to be everywhere. I would really recommend that you pick a social media platform and then pick email because you want to be building what's yours. You want to build your list. I want you to focus your energy. I don't want you to spread your energy too thin because this is, especially if you're just getting started. I want you to just pick one or two platforms that you can go all in on. You can show up consistently, give service and value consistently, and get income consistently. Okay. Now, here's where the magic happens. Creating value driven content that speaks directly to their need. We want to create content that connects. You could share tips, you could share stories, you could give them, like I said, a quick win that they can apply immediately and get results. For example, if you're helping busy moms, we'll go with that. You could share a time saving hack that has made your morning easier and will make their morning easier. This is going to start building trust for you, and it's going to show them that you understand what they're going through, you understand who they are, and you recognize and affirm their struggles, right? You're giving solutions to this. Now, the fourth step is going to be to develop a daily sales system. So you need to be showing up every day and making sales. I want you to think of this as you showing up every single day with a call to action. Like, it literally can be that simple. Something that invites people to work with you. But remember, keep this simple. Okay. Your call to action doesn't have to feel salesy. It doesn't have to make you uncomfortable. This is all about letting people know how you can help them and why they need what you have to offer. Your job is to present this in front of them. It's not to convince them, but it's to present this in front of them and let them make the decision. You are serving no one and not presenting offers. It serves no one because people need help. They need what you offer. Remember, it's their decision, but we're going to give them the offer. Now, some examples that I want you to think about, some things that you could do daily, because again, we want to increase your consistency. We want to make this simple, something that you could, maybe Instagram is your favorite platform. Can you show up on Instagram consistently, give value, and present a call to action? So some examples are you could share a testimonial, for example, of someone who you've worked with before, how you were able to help them. This gives proof that your offer works, okay? You could host a quick Q&A. Like I said, doesn't have to be something so drawn out, over prepped, over planned. You could just show up live and say, I'm live answering questions. If you have a question, come over here and get answers, get solutions, right? This is a way for you to naturally pitch your service because it naturally flows from what you're already doing. Okay. Maybe you want to run a 24-hour discount. You're like, I want to help people and I want to give them a huge discount right up front. This is going to get people to start taking action now. Whatever you choose to decide to do, I want you to just remember that every time I show up, I am including a call to action. It doesn't serve anyone to give someone all the ingredients and then not show them how to make it. It serves absolutely no one. So you want to keep your offer top of mind for your audience because this is going to help you create content. Trust me, you're going to start to see daily pay. If you dial in and get all these things in alignment, it can be very simple. Now, the fifth step is I want you to commit to a weekly review. I am very big on reviews. I'm very big on reflections. Feedback is very important. And the earlier that you get feedback, even better. So I want you to think, we said that we're going to show up consistently. And so I also want you to consistently commit to a weekly review. Figure out how it works into your schedule, into your time frame. I want you to think of this as a check-in. So if you were one of my coaching clients, you would be getting a form to fill out every single week to evaluate your progress. This not only would help you, but it would help me make sure that we're on the right track. Okay. Like I said, it's better to get feedback earlier than later. Start pivoting as soon as possible. This doesn't have to be difficult. At the end of the week, you could just sit down with yourself, put it on your calendar and say, for 30 minutes, I am going to look at what actions I consistently took this week. I'm going to look at the measurable results. What are my metrics? And I'm going to see, did it create the impact that I wanted? Where do I need to pivot? Okay. This is why it's important to measure things. What worked? What didn't work? What brought in the most engagement? What brought in the most leads for you? And most importantly, I want you to think of the one thing that you can double down on for next week. For example, if you figure out, okay, I love this cadence of posting a simple short form post on Facebook. Maybe that's what you like to do. You like to write. You're like, I like posting the short form piece of content on Facebook every single day. It's easy for you to do. Great. Okay. So then at your weekly review, you would see the impact of that. Did it give you the engagement you were looking for? Did it give you the leads you were looking for? Okay. And if it did, that's something that you want to double down with next week. Maybe you want to do 2 posts a day instead of 1. It's up to you. No matter what, I want you to check in with yourself and do a weekly review, like at the bare minimum. And overall, I want you to start recognizing and celebrating your small wins. If you are someone who thinks that you have to be everywhere and you decided and picked on 2 platforms, that's a win. If you are someone who is difficult for you to be consistent, to show up consistently, and you showed up consistently at your cadence, that is a win. Okay. I want you to start recognizing your wins, even if they're small wins. Even if it's something like you just got 1 new lead or you made 1 new sale, that is a win. Okay, because it's something that we can work with. We can get feedback from it. We can develop a deeper understanding. We can use it to pivot from where we are to where we want to be. It is all valuable information. That's progress. No matter what, I want you to keep going. I'm going to recommend that you do this for about 30 days, get some results. We're keeping it simple. Check in with yourself every week, and you will definitely be on your way to where you want to be. Keep going, keep tweaking, keep pivoting. Use the feedback that you get. It is valuable. Learn what works best for you. Use this as a period to do an experiment and see what works best for you. I'm very big on people building businesses from the very beginning around who they are and what they want in their life. There is nothing stopping you from getting what you want. If what you want is consistent daily pay, there's nothing stopping you from getting that. You're in control here. Okay. So since you're in control, you're the CEO of your business. I want you to lead from that standpoint. Be of service, help others, and you will absolutely get what you want. What is your specific goal? The second question I want you to think about is, what is one thing that you can commit to doing daily to attract paying customers? A third follow-up question. What is one thing that you can start doing today to move you closer to your goals? Maybe it's rewatching this video, and maybe it's filling out the worksheet. What can you do that is going to help you get closer, just a little bit closer, right? One thing to your goal. Remember, simplicity and consistency. Keeping it simple is going to work wonders for you, and being committed to consistency is going to give you the results that you are looking for. You got this. Thanks so much for your question. If you have any follow-up, go ahead and submit them in part 2.